The north has for a long time been one of the most impoverished areas of Lebanon. It is now the center of the country's first cholera outbreak in 30 years. The civil clinic in the town of Benin has been receiving a steady flow of patients. In the first case of the waterborne disease were detected in early October. The sewage system in the area doesn't work, so there is contamination in the network. There is vehicle contamination between the sewage system and the water network. Lebanon water and sanitation infrastructure, already poorly maintained, has been devastated by the economic freefall that has gripped the country over the last 3 years because of the interconnectedness of the electricity and the water crisis. It also means that many of the wastewater treatment plants in the country are working. Rising poverty means that many residents cannot afford to buy bottled water. Officials believe that this spring is the source of outbreak in Lebanon. It is still being used to irrigate crop by the farmers who have no other choice, although quick response by the local official and aid organization has led to the reduction in case number in Benin. The underlying systemic failure which follow disease like cholera to take hold is only getting worse. If they continue to drink from the same source, our work amounts to nothing, is going back to the 0.8. Organizations are warning that stakes are high in the fight to control this disease. There is absolutely an acute risk of cholera becoming endemic in Lebanon, and that's why we're calling for urgently required reforms. It is a sign of how far and how fast Lebanon has fallen that a country only a few years ago, and relatively high living standards now battling to the control a disease like cholera. For a long time, we didn't have cholera in Lebanon. Usually it occurs poor and underdeveloped countries, but in Lebanon it didn't exist. With no signs of reform coming from period, it seems likely that Dr. Kadord and his colleagues are going to be battling the disease for years to become. Jacob Russell for VOA Learns News, Eplin, Lebanon.